One of the hardest parts of following God is waiting. Waiting for answers, waiting for breakthrough, waiting for your life to finally feel like it's moving forward. And if we're honest, sometimes it makes us wonder, God, why is this taking so long? But what if the waiting isn't a problem? What if it's actually part of how God designed you? God did not create us to live miserable lives. He designed our brains and our nervous systems to experience reward, growth, and progress. We were created to learn, to grow, and to become more like Him. And His plans for us aren't small. Ephesians 3:20 says that God is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine. So if God is a loving Father and He truly cares for us, like in Matthew 7:11 when it says, "How much more will your Father in heaven give good gifts to those who ask Him?" So why does life sometimes feel so slow? The problem isn't God. The problem is how we think. God's kingdom operates completely different than the world. The world says, get everything now. God says, trust me over time. We've become so used to instant gratification. If an Amazon package gets delayed by 1 day, we get frustrated. 1 day! Meanwhile, people in the Bible waited years, sometimes decades, for things to come to pass. Paul spent years in prison. Joseph waited over a decade before his dreams came to pass. Moses waited years before receiving what God had promised. God doesn't rush the process. He develops people through it. Zechariah 4:10 says, "Do not despise these small beginnings." God's blessings often start small and grow over time. Here's where it gets real. Your brain is wired for reward, but your brain doesn't understand long-term purpose. It understands, I don't feel good. I want to feel good now. But your brain is not your master. God is. If we got everything instantly, life will become empty. No growth, no anticipation, no transformation. We were designed for progress. Think about the prodigal son. He received his inheritance early, and it ruined him. He spent everything quickly, and he ended up broke and miserable because he received the reward without the maturity to sustain it. So what do we do while we're waiting? Because waiting doesn't mean doing nothing. Here are some unhealthy ways that we try to shortcut the process. Doom scrolling, gambling, impulsive shopping, drugs, sexual immorality, gossip, unhealthy eating, comparison, procrastination. What do all of these have in common? They all give quick dopamine, but they slowly damage your life. And the more you do them, the more your brain craves them. Now here are the healthy ways to feed your brain while you wait. Prayer, Bible reading, reflection, exercise, stretching, getting sunlight, walking, eating well, building real relationships, meaningful relationships, spending quiet time with God. These don't always feel as intense as we'd like them to, but they do build something lasting. Ecclesiastes 3:12 says, "There's nothing better than to be happy and to do good while they live." God actually wants you to enjoy your life, even while you're waiting. Believe it or not, waiting isn't the punishment. It's preparation. God is shaping you into someone who can actually handle the life that you're praying for. And as you align your life with Him, you'll start to become the person that He created you to be. And when the blessing finally comes, you'll be ready for it. What are some unhealthy patterns that you've noticed in your life that you know needs to change? Let me know in the comments. If you'd like to continue growing with me spiritually, feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.